Please welcome Igor, and please welcome Victoria. Give them a huge round of applause. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for introduction. I swear to God I will not make you yell BlockShow. You can thank me for that later. So Victoria and I will tell you a couple of things about solving problems with blockchain. No, it's different. So we're going to tell you a couple of things about what Cointelegraph is, because surprisingly, even given we're like powering this wonderful event, not everyone knows who we are and what we do, etc. And Victoria will tell you about the most interesting part, about how you can get featured on our pages if you have a decent product and some money. All right, so there are several questions where you're usually being asked, like, who are you? So Cointelegraph was created as something like a little crypto blog some 5 years ago. And back then, in 2013/14, nobody saw it coming that crypto will eventually become that big. There were visionaries, etc., who promised that Bitcoin and crypto will be that big, but everybody thought that was just crazy. So fast forward 5 years later, 2018, everybody and their moms too know what Bitcoin is. And here we are standing on the stage telling you about what Cointelegraph currently is. So it is your classic, regular, editorial-based media. Our team includes journalists, bloggers, crypto enthusiasts, developers from over 20 countries. We have a team in Japan. We have a team in New York City, by the way. You should drop by and see our office. I envy myself every day when I get there. The view is amazing. And we have a lot of decent Irish pubs around, so you know what happens on Fridays. We have people of different ethnicities, different cultural backgrounds, and I'm really proud that we probably have the most diverse team on the market. It's not something to boast, like, you know, we have like different people, we're so inclusive, but it turns out that blockchain actually unites people no matter where they are from, no matter what language they speak, and no matter what their sexual preferences are, which is kind of a big thing, I think. So that's question number one. Who are we? We're just guys who are doing our stuff. Our passion is to inform and educate. That's it. We get a lot of accusations. Who are you working for? Stop publishing that. This is driving Ethereum price down. I'm sorry, we're not into it. We just report, we just inform, and we don't have any hidden agenda. I have a very bold statement to make. I, as editor-in-chief at Cointelegraph, deliberately do not own any crypto. So nobody would ever be able to accuse me of manipulating the market. I just don't care. All I care is that we keep it fair, is that we keep our reporting as good as it might get. And I'm really proud to be surrounded by very honest and passionate editors and news writers and contributors. So yeah, we love our team. But this is not why you got here, because she's the smart one here, right? And Victoria will tell you all about how you can promote your product with Cointelegraph. There's one more thing I wanted to say before that. Bear with me. 2 more minutes, seriously. In Cointelegraph, we have 2 separate editorial teams. Like, hardly anyone knows that, but we have a big team that is working with core content, like with news, with interviews, etc. Those guys who run around with microphones around the place, harassing you and asking you stupid questions, that's our core editorial team. They're amazing guys, seriously. You should talk to them. They're a blast to talk to. And we also have like another editorial team. We call that advertorial. So who these guys are? There are journalists, professional journalists with incredible resumes, I tell you that. When I saw those, I was like, can we hire them like yesterday? So what these guys do is that they take your stories, look at your companies, and turn your dull and boring press releases into something amazing and newsworthy, but this content is being created with strict accordance with our editorial policies. Yeah, we have editorial policies, and we'll get them published real soon. So I promised I'll have one thing to say. I lied to you. Two things. Final thing. All right, so some insights about our audience. Just like any of your companies, we depend on how market performs. So when Bitcoin was trading at 20K, we were enjoying a healthy 9/10 million unique visitors monthly. Now the market is not experiencing its best days, and in July, everybody's on a vacation, the market is going down, we had 3.5 million unique visitors. What I'm really proud of is that we get more than 20% of visitors by direct clicks, which means this is our core audience. This is someone who reads Cointelegraph every day. And the whole traffic structure, you can look this up on SimilarWeb and see what's going on, but that's it. We have a lot of followers on social media despite all attempts from Mark Zuckerberg to suppress us. Mark, nice try, but we're not going anywhere. You better fight InfoWars instead. And Twitter and Telegram, we have 400,000 followers on Twitter, over 100,000 followers on Telegram within 2 channels, 55,000 subscribers on Instagram, so you could enjoy freshest pictures of Maria Jones and some of our illustrations there, and 735,000 likes on Facebook, which is the biggest on the market. And here comes the round of applause from you. As I promised, I will not make you scream BlockShow. So we're moving on to the most interesting part. Victoria, fire away.
So Igor, thank you for the start. Hello, everybody. Really nice to see you here. As Igor said, one of our passion is to inform people about the blockchain world. And actually, one of our main goals is to provide businesses, cool businesses, with opportunities to tell the world about their great products. And, of course, reach out to their potential customers. So we work very hard, and we also work with many different partners, and we actually can help different great brands to get listed on Cointelegraph and also in many other different medias. Classic medias, for example, we work with VentureBeat, with Business Insider, and also, of course, we work with different crypto medias as well.
Look at these numbers. I mean, I cannot count that high.
So in general, let's think what marketing tools you can use on the blockchain market to actually promote your brand. In terms of Cointelegraph, in general, we use 2 powerful instruments, which are content ads and banner ads. And for example, I have said that we work very hard, and over the 12 past months, we have already created more than 400 articles on Cointelegraph for our partners, of course, and over 1,000 articles on websites of our partners. So I really hope that now we understand a lot and would like to share our experience with you, so you also understand some really important details.
But before you move on with this section, I wanted to stress that when we mention sponsored articles, there's one important thing we have to tell you about the very process of how we create that kind of content. We're not just the guys who take money from pretty much anyone and publish anything. As I mentioned before, we have a dedicated editorial team that is working closely with the clients to create the best content out there. And the very important part of this process is to figure out who the client is. So if you are an ICO scammer, no, it's not going to happen. So to some extent, being featured on Cointelegraph proves to the market that your company, it's not a 100% guarantee, of course, but that it went under certain scrutiny from our research teams. So not everyone can get in, not everyone is welcome, but if you have a viable product, if you are not a scammer, there's nothing to be afraid of. If you want to be heard, Victoria, he's your guy. Or not the guy. Is that sexist? No? Yes? No? Anyways, go on, please.
So now let's think about important detail when you're actually going to use content ads. For example, first of all, of course, you need to understand your audience. For example, if your product is built to communicate with audience which is already interested in crypto, people who know about the market and who already have crypto wallets, etc. Of course, in this case, you better work with crypto-related media because, if you go to some classic media which doesn't have any content about blockchain and crypto, I don't think you want to educate the audience about blockchain, cryptocurrency, wallets, etc. It will cost you very expensive and actually will not have any effect at all. But if you just have a cool blockchain-based platform, when your users don't have to know about that, you can also go for working with usual classic media, with fintech audience, with IT audience. Another very important factors are average number of views of sponsored content and the CTR. For example, in case with Cointelegraph, our sponsored articles on average get around 15K views and 10% CTR. And these numbers are really, really important because, for example, when you make a choice with whom to work, somewhere a story seems to look cheaper and better. But if you don't know the numbers, you can't start. Because, for example, you can spend like 2K for the sponsored articles somewhere, but in the end, you will get like only 300 views, which actually makes the cost of view crazy, right? So another thing is social media. Well, I think everybody already knows how important it is. And many medias, from our experience, they actually do not share sponsored content to their social media at all. And this social media can give you a lot of additional effect. To illustrate, on Cointelegraph, our sponsored articles get around 500 social shares. So if you calculate that on average in Facebook account, people have around 330 friends, and the article has 500 shares, it means that sharing in social media can give you additional 160K views. And here there is one tricky moment about the headline. I think Igor knows, and it's his pain that all PR people, they want to include the name of the company in the headline. But to be honest, from our experience, such news, they get much less attention.
It's actually my favorite part when PR people and marketing people start teaching us on how we should write stuff. This is my favorite part. I think this will be interesting for your audience. I'm like, I assume I might know better, but yeah, go ahead. Victoria?
Yeah, so, and we actually took a look at the number, and the headline of the unknown company name really reduces the number of clicks and views. But here is a tricky moment because you don't want to lose this 160K like from Facebook and Twitter views, right? So here a strategy can be that you can publish an article on the website without the company headline, so you get better views and better clicks. But you can talk with the media and ask that when they publish this post in social media, they just add the company name. So like in this case, you will be able to get all these views, people who will see the name of your company in the social media. One more important thing is search engine optimization. You can be surprised, but some medias, they even don't index their sponsored content. So it actually means that like Google and another search engines will even do not know about your article, and it reduces the efficiency of your campaign to 0. So now let's think about the article itself. As Igor said, the product really matters. Good product and good sponsored articles work together in synergy, because when you have a valuable product that really solves some actual problem, it is much easier to create cool content in which people will be interested in. For example, from our cases, we have many partners who got like up to 50K views on the article, which is like 3 times more than average indicators. When they had a good presented and interesting product, people were interested and really wanted to read about it and were very, very engaged. Also, of course, partnering with major businesses and influencers also will drive interest to your product. And here also I want to mention search engine optimization, because I think you know that articles get a lot of traffic from Google News and another news aggregators, and they work with search queries. So here please don't forget to use cool, trendy keywords, because this will help you to reach out to more wider audience, like to millions of people.
But don't go crazy with adding how to buy Bitcoin in every paragraph, please. That doesn't work like that.
So another instrument we have is banner ads, and this is very classic. I don't want to go deep here, but here you can see some examples of our best performing banners. So you see that in general, clear messaging when you talk about the problem you solve, it works good. And also some creative designs of games, etc. also works cool. So what are important factors to build the successful marketing campaign in general? You need to combine different goals and be sure that you achieve them. In general, you need to build trust, you need to increase your brand awareness, and also beat the lead generation. So from what I said, articles and banners, they will help you with trust and brand awareness. And for lead generation, they also work, and you can also use media buying in social media, in different banner networks, and different performance networks. So, yeah, as we said, we want to work with really cool, interesting businesses, not scam. So, if you want to get more details, let's meet at our booth. We will be happy to meet you. And thank you very much for the attention.
Thank you.
Have a huge round of applause for Igor and Victoria. Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Victoria.